I'm JD. Welcome to my channel. Please like and subscribe and pass it along. And if you want watch work done, primarily pocket watch work done, you can get a hold of me at jdwatchservice@gmail.com, jdwatchservice@gmail.com. So what do we have here? We've got a Berney pocket watch, B-E-R-N-E-Y. It's Swiss made. It's a 12 jewel pocket watch, and it's an Inca block pocket watch, which means the shock system in the pocket watch is an Inca block pocket watch. This is in a base metal case, so it's likely a combination of steel and other metals, but a base metal case, hinged, and it is a hunter pocket watch, or in the hunter configuration, with the 6 o'clock position 90 degrees from the crown. That's what we call a hunter. It's got a clasp there to grab the front of the case here. When you pop it open, it does that. So I looked up these watches, these Berney, B-E-R-N-E-Y pocket watches, and I ran into a website that had these things for sale, and they were a lot of money. I don't think that this is the one from that website. So it says it's Swiss made down at the 6 o'clock position, and it's likely it is likely Swiss made. So, but the big surprise for this pocket watch is, and I've taken the back off of it already because it's not easy to take the back off, so I decided just to remove the back so it makes life simpler. And what we'll do is close this watch here like this and turn this around. So what do we have here? We have a pocket watch movement. It looks pretty clean. So this is the Unitas, U-N-I-T-A-S, watch movement. It is the Unitas 6498. So it's a caliber 6498. So what is a Unitas? So the Unitas was a Swiss Ebauche, E-M-B-A-U-C-H-E, Ebauche movement manufacturer. It was established in 1898. And currently it is owned by ETA. So they've combined it. So in watchmaking, an embauche is a general term used for basic movement parts, such as the movement of plates, the bridges, the barrel spring. Now it's effectively, in modern watchmaking, this is a complete movement kit minus the escapement components. This is what embauche means. But this Unitas is watch here, this particular movement, the 6498 caliber, is just a generic caliber that Unitas was making, and ETA has taken this thing over. So this is a 17 jewel movement. Let me get my famous tweezers for pointing. It says right here that it's Swiss made, and over here it's 17 jewels written and with the 17 on there. And it also says unadjusted. So in the bottom here, in the base, you can see the U and the T. It's not very clear. If I can get a little closer, maybe we'll be able to see that. So there it is right there, the U with a T in the middle. That's the Unitas symbol. And then right underneath the balance, you can't see the numbers, but right underneath the balance is where that number is, the 6498 movement. So just a quick overview. In the 1950s, Unitas released two famous pocket watch movements, the caliber 6497 and a 6498. So the 6497 had the second hand just below the crown, and the 6498 has the second hand at the 9 o'clock position, so, or the second hand. So that's the difference. Made for pocket watches, the 6498. Fairly large watch. So this caliber, this family of caliber, hunter watch caliber, with the second hand at the 6 o'clock position, 90 degrees off axis from the crown and the winding stem. It's pretty close to the caliber 6497, which is called the Lapin version. L-E-P-I-N-E would be pronounced Lapin version. It's a pretty large movement. The movement itself is 36.6 millimeter, but it's only 4.5 millimeters thick, and the reason for that is that it is a manual wound watch, so they're able to compact the design of this watch. Very beautiful watch. It runs at 18,000 beats per hour, so that's that is its frequency, and I think that's 3 hertz. The power reserve of this watch is likely 40, although it says it can go 46 to 50 hours. And although these watches were made for pocket watches, these were developed for pocket watches, they were not, they wouldn't fit a small wristwatch, but now the watches are getting bigger than the 6497 can be installed in a wristwatch movement. And Panerai bought the 6497 to feed into their watches using the caliper. Also they do not use the caliper 6498. So the makers that use 6498 are Eberhard, Langy, Martin Brun, Maurice Lacroix, Sin Watches, Tagore actually uses this movement, and Panerai's OPX caliber also uses this movement. So I think I lied previously. So this movement is also used in watch instructions in watch schools. It's a well-made, simple watch movement, so you can easily use that in watch schools. The movement itself costs around $160 US, so it's pretty common to stuff this movement into other watches. It is a beautiful little movement. It's very, very simple. There's no decoration here on the mainspring, over the mainspring, and no decoration here, and no decoration on the plates here at all. Just this one is very simple. And one thing I noticed with this regulator is that this arm here adjusts the beat error, and this arm here adjusts the timing. And you have the exact same two on watches, where in pocket watches and in the 6497 movement, you had the regulator arm here that you would move for plus and minus, right? So, and when you adjust the speed of this watch here, you just simply move this little arm with a toothpick, the safest way of doing it, and you move it in this direction to slide it down to make the hairspring effectively shorter, and that will speed the watch up, and the other direction will slow it down. And then this arm here would be used to adjust the beat error, and that's to ensure the impulse jewel is when in rest on the balance. When the balance is at rest, the impulse jewel will line up completely with the pivot, with the pivot of the escapement right here. So, and you can set the beat error by changing that left or right. So I'm not going to get into that. I've actually made videos on how to set beat error on a pocket watch. It's not that difficult. It's a matter of taking that hairspring and moving it with its collet on the base of the balance. I'm doing some heebity, that's all, folks. I got a little bit of a Porky Pig happening here today. I'm not sure why. So anyway, it's been a long day, I think. So 17 jewels, pretty much the maximum jewels ever needed to be perfectly jeweled, which means there's no 18th, 19th jewel under the barrel here, and there's no decorative jewels. They're all functional in this watch. So the Unitas watch is a very interesting watch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this back together, and I'm going to throw it onto the into my timer and see how accurate this thing is, and I'll add this to the video. Well, I'm trying to keep my arm as steady as possible, but this thing is running at plus 13 seconds per day. It's got an incredible 0 millisecond beat error, which is amazing. So the amplitude at 353 degrees is phenomenal as well. So I'm going to flip this around to the other side and check it upside down. There with my live action photography. So we're at plus 13 seconds a day. Still has got a 342 degree amplitude, which is incredible, and 0.1 millisecond beat error, and it's beating at 18,000 beats per hour. So that's pretty incredible. I bet you I can adjust that just slightly. So this is running fast, so I have to nudge this regulator arm right here this way to thereby increase the length of the hairspring. So bear with me here as I just nudge this ever so slightly. There, I nudged it, and I use a toothpick to nudge it. So let's put this on the old watch meter and see what it does. All right, we've got a rate of +4 seconds a day, an amplitude of 335 degrees, a beat error of 0.1. Excellent numbers for this beautiful pocket watch. So we're going to end this video with this close-up of the Unitas 6498 watch movement. And you can see that the Ebauche shock absorber system is on the top here. I don't know if I mentioned that before. That is the cap jewel. So the pivot from the balance staff would be touching that cap jewel on the top, and this would prevent the pivot from the balance staff from snapping off if there was a shock to this. These are synthetic rubies, no doubt, and not original rubies, but the synthetic rubies that are used in this watch. It is a pretty little movement, and it is used by a number of watchmakers that actually will decorate this movement, put it into a watch and or a very high-end pocket watch, and then sell that. I should probably say that these movements were made in the thousands by Unitas. They were pumping these things out and supplying the world with these movements for pocket watches back in the day. So thanks for watching my video. I'm JD again. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.